D&O coverage for sport business claims isn't a slam dunk. Today's grim economy is not lost on the sport world. Officers and directors of teams, governing bodies, sponsors, and other business partners are making difficult decisions about where to invest the fewer dollars that are still in play. Events surrounding the 2009 NFL Draft provide one example. At the time that Round 1 began on April 25, 2009, not even one sneaker deal was inked with the draft prospect. Another example is apparent in the layoff that the sport industry, as most industries, and continues to experience. Result of layoff may include business judgment-based claims of discrimination, and other potential claims against the organization and its directors and officers. Discrimination lawsuits arise in sport independent of the economy as well. The first part of 2009 already saw Zena Garrison sue the USTA for alleged racial discrimination when the association replaced her as team captain for an event. Elgin Baylor sued the Los Angeles Clippers and the NBA for alleged racial discrimination when he resigned after 22 years of employment. Another similar scenarios continue to surface in the sports world. Much has been written about this claim and the related liabilities, but one area of potential recovery for defendants in these cases receiving insufficient focus is directors and officers. D&O liability insurance coverage issued to teams, governing bodies, sponsors, and other business partners. Such insurance may be available to help defray costs associated with the claim described above on behalf of not only individual directors and officers but also the organization itself under certain circumstances. Directors and officers liability insurance. D&O insurance may be a path to recovery for attorneys' fees and potential liabilities for defendants. A typical D&O policy provides coverage for individual directors and officers as well as for the organization when it indemnifies those individuals. Some D&O policies also provide a third type of coverage, what is commonly referred to as entity coverage or enterprise coverage. Entity coverage applies to claim against the entity itself, independent of the individuals, and can be particularly useful for employment-related claims including alleged discrimination. Just a few of the many key issues to consider in order to preserve a claim for coverage included timing of a claim, definition of a claim or loss, fraud and dishonesty exclusion, and professional services exclusion. Timing of a claim. D&O policies are typically claims-made policies, requiring that the claim be made during the policy period against the director or officer or against the corporation if the policy provides entity coverage. They may also require the notice be provided to the insurer during the policy period or extended reporting period. However, even if a formal claim isn't made, notice of event or circumstance during the policy period or extended reporting period often will suffice to preserve the coverage for an eventual claim. Insured should carefully review their policies for notice or claim reporting provision or other provision governing notice of a claim to ensure that they comply with the term governing their specific policy. Definition of a claim or loss. A claim against the insured person or entity is required to trigger the insurer obligations under a D&O policy. While a typical claim often is defined in a D&O policy very specifically, courts have found that the claim can include a broad assortment of event and circumstance. A typical definition in a D&O policy set forth coverage for the following type of claim: a written demand for monetary or non-monetary damages, a civil proceeding commenced by the service of a complaint or similar pleading, a criminal proceeding commenced by a return of an indictment, or a formal administrative or regulatory proceeding commenced by the filing of a notice of charge, formal investigative order or similar document against any insured person for a wrongful act, including any appeal therefrom. Thank you.